Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Cleveland Browns and the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. They'll run with a late signee in camp. This is Kenyon Drake. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
From the 22, Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Jackson to Bateman there. First down, Ravens.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
Jackson on first down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, report!
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. Well, every lineman knows the rule. You only get a 1-yard buffer beyond that line of scrimmage, and then the flag is thrown, and he got tagged for it there. Handoff up the middle. Hunt And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. A good productive run there on first down. He winds up getting 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, right back to Hunt. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That one goes for 8 yards. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And avoided a 3-and-out on their opening drive. Now after the run by Hunt, here's first and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week, an unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
They'll run again with Hunt.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's first and 10. They'll try the air now with Watson.
Swings this out for Hunt.
Dances by him.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a first and 10 at the 47. Now it's Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And that one results in 35 yards.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on first and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Kareem Hunt
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and then get on top of you in a heartbeat.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll get it to Drake, running left. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't it? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him. It should.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, coming up in a couple of minutes' time, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. On 2nd and 7, Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Hunt will try going up the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the 41, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones, but now it'll be 3rd down. Here's Watson. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. That goes for a gain of 31. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They run again with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt as the first half is winding down. And the Browns have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. York now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. Takes it at the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Browns drive about to get started. This offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And not much room to speak of. They'll get about 3 up to the 41. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Quick throw completed by Watson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
2nd down at 5.
Down coming.
back to throw, Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Watson. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll run with Hunt. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper, 37 yards. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
Now on first down, Drake again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 11 now, Jackson. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Rashad Bateman,
66 yards. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Watson now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll start the drive with Drake. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Jackson. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score a point.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, that he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! Amari Cooper. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They'll set up the screen to Drake. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Still 9 remaining on second down. From the gun, Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The York on now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, and after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, you guys nothing. I tell you what.
A carry here for Hunt. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. A give right side now to Hunt. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game. But
and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception. And I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Now, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
DC, ready? DC.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Cleveland, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs.